What's up everybody, and welcome to today's edition of Tool Duel. We're going to post all the specs and the cool features of each tool, but I want to know in the comment section below, which tool do you like the best? Which one has the coolest features and what would you change? I want you all to decide the winner between the two of these tools. Now with that being said, let's take a look at the two tools that will be competing in the Tool Duel. So today we're taking a look at the all-new Milwaukee Fuel Super Sawzall and the RIDGID OCTANE Recip Saw. Now these are both two very powerful recip saws, but I want to know, out of all the features, which one do you like the best? Which one is going to win the tool duel between these two? Now both of these saws have their own reviews on this channel. I'll link the cards above, but let's talk about price. That's something we don't usually do. RIDGID, the regular price is $149 for just the tool, and the Milwaukee is usually $199 for just the tool. Now both Milwaukee and RIDGID have a large line of tools that any one of these batteries will work in. But for today's challenge, I am going with the largest battery for both platforms. The largest battery in the M18 lineup is the red lithium high output HD 12AH battery. This thing is a monster. This battery was designed to use on larger tools like this. As far as it goes with the RIDGID, the largest battery in the RIDGID lineup is the 9.0 octane. The difference between the two batteries here is that the RIDGID octane is a smart battery, where the 12AH from Milwaukee is not. Even though the one key from Milwaukee will allow you to track your tools, shut down your tools if they're stolen, the octane batteries do that themselves. They have the application on the phone that you can control everything right from your phone as well. Another important thing you might want to look at is the size and weight. The depth of this RIDGID is 18.27 inches. The width is 6.7 inches and the weight is 7.2 pounds without the battery. You can definitely see the difference between the two when it comes to size. The strokes per minute on the RIDGID, 3,100 strokes per minute. Now if warranty is important to you, the RIDGID has a lifetime service agreement if you sign it up on the website. So as soon as you get this thing home, you want to make sure that you register through the RIDGID.com website, and that way it's protected forever. Alright, let's take a look at the Milwaukee Fuel. The length on this, 21.5 inches. The weight on this bad boy is 12.5 pounds. So if you can't cut it down, just knock it down with this bad boy. I'm telling you, if you lift it over your head a lot more, you know, maybe you want to go with something a little bit lighter. The strokes per minute on this is 3,000 though. But what about the warranty? On the saw itself, you get 5 years. The battery, you're looking at 3-year warranty for this saw. So when it comes to the warranty, the RIDGID is a lifetime. The Milwaukee is not. You get the 5-year tool, 3-year battery. Alright, let's take a look at some other features here. Now the Milwaukee, you got the hanger. The RIDGID, you do not. It would be nice to have that on the RIDGID. I don't know if that's a deal breaker for you. They both come with oscillation on them. They both set up right on the top here. Very simple to turn on and off. Just turn that knob left or right depending on what you want to do, how fast you want to get through that material. They both work very well. As for the lock button, they both have them. The Milwaukee is a little bit harder to get to, where the RIDGID is a little bit more prominent right here. The one thing that the Milwaukee has though that the RIDGID does not is a speed control. Even though they both have a variable speed trigger, Milwaukee offers the variable speed control knob where RIDGID does not. As far as it goes with the quick release, they both have them, but I gotta be honest with you, the RIDGID is actually a little bit easier to put that blade in and lock it down. For some reason, I think the Milwaukee's is a little bit tougher. When looking at both of these, even the smallest detail could matter to you. Look at the shoes on these things here. You got a pin over here for the RIDGID, and you got this tank of a beast shoe on the Milwaukee. Now I will say, even though they both extend out, the Milwaukee's is a lot smoother and a lot easier to adjust. Now what about the LED lights? Both of them have it. On the Milwaukee, it's up towards the top of the unit, and then on the RIDGID, it's down a little bit lower, right underneath that blade. Both of them are very bright, so I don't think you're going to have any issue seeing in darker areas. Now, we're going to do some cuts here. I'll tell you what, we're using the all-new Diablo carbide teeth blades. These things are crazy sharp, crazy fast. They're just awesome blades. I'll put them in the description below as well. But again, I will tell you that it's a lot easier to get that blade in the RIDGID than it is the Milwaukee. Alright, now real quick, I'm going to give you an up close personal look of the blade in this unit in slow motion. It does not matter what you are cutting through on either one of these units. Both of the cuts are very precise. The oscillation on these are both great. It doesn't matter on either saw if you're going through wood, metal, or wood with nails all the way through it. It will go through anything on either one of these saws. They are both very impressive. Alright, we got a 2x8 right here. We're going to go through, I'm not going to put any weight on these, and we're just going to pull the trigger and let it go. This is non-oscillation. Now you can see how much faster the Milwaukee actually went through than the RIDGID. I'm kind of wondering why that is, considering that the RIDGID has 3,100 strokes per minute where the Milwaukee only has 3,000 strokes per minute. I don't know if it has to do with the weight. It's a little bit heavier than the RIDGID, but it definitely made it through a lot quicker. Now let's try it with the oscillation on. Alright, again, you can see that the Milwaukee took the lead. I switched up hands. I didn't know if my dominant hand was maybe adding a little bit more pressure on that, but I switched them out just to be fair, and you can see the Milwaukee took it again. Now, either one of these saws will go through anything. What's nice about the RIDGID Octane and the Milwaukee is that you can put as much weight and pressure on these saws as you want, and they just won't quit. They won't bog down. They will just keep going. They're both excellent, excellent saws. Now, I gave you all the specs. I showed you which one cut faster, but I want to know which one do you think wins the tool duel? Does the price make a difference? Does the weight make a difference? What do you think? Which saw do you like better? Which one's taking the win home? If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. Check us out at toolreviewzone.com. We'll be back with more videos soon.